Good evening, and God bless you. This is the end time, on time prophet, Pastor Alfred L. Calvert, and want to greet all of the ladies all around the world and wishing you a happy, belated Valentine's Day. I want to speak to everyone today from the book of Second Corinthians 15 and 5, what the Bible tells us to examine yourselves whether ye be in the faith. I want to stop right there and talk about examine yourselves, whether ye be in the faith. Now, we all know from Hebrews 11:6 that without faith, it is impossible to please God. That anyone that cometh to God must believe, first of all, that he is God and that he is a God. God is spirit, and you cannot satisfy him, you cannot please him without faith. So you that cometh to God must believe that he's God and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him by faith. God said it over in Jeremiah 29:11. I know the thoughts I think toward you, thoughts of peace and not of evil. I want to give you an expected end, but you shall go and call upon me and pray unto me, and ye shall seek me and find me when ye shall search for me with all of your heart. That's diligently seeking God by faith. Now, Dr. Martin Luther King, so this is Black History Week, so let's throw him in. Dr. King says that faith is taking the first step even when you don't see the full staircase. So if you have an idea, or witty invention, or creative thought, maybe you don't see the marketing of it, you don't see your product being on every shelf in all of the stores around the world. Maybe you want to design something, but you don't see it being in all of the department stores around the world. But faith is beginning that project. That's stepping out on faith. Do the research, do the whatever it takes to get your project started. So that's stepping out on the stairs, not even seeing the full staircase. Now, if we go to Psalms 138 and 6, what the Bible talks about, well, 138 and 8, 6 through 8, it says that God wants to perfect those things which do concern us. That means that God wants to perform. He wants to complete those things which concern us, but we have to step out on faith in order for God to perform these things that we want, in order for him to complete these things that we want in our lives. So without faith, it is impossible to please God. Now watch this. God is in us. According to Philippians 2 and 13, God works in us both to will and to do of his good pleasure. Now, God wants to get these things done. His hands are almost tied to perfect those things which concerned us. His hands are almost tied to make sure that we get the things we want in our lives according to his will. Because in Psalms 23 and 3, it says that he has to do it, lead us in the path of righteousness for his name's sake. Not because we've been so good, not because we deserve a lot of things that God wants to perfect in us, but it's for his name's sake. His name is on us. We are the sheep of his pasture. We are his children. So God don't want the enemy to say, well, he's not your God. He wouldn't do what you ask him to do. So God is going to perform those things that we desire. He's going to perfect those things that concern us in our lives. But make sure that you're in the faith, because without faith, it is impossible to please God. God bless you. God love you. And I love you too.